Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to React to Indie Steins Gate 0 Time 9. We're on episode 19. What happened last time? Last time was terrorist. I used the word terrorist because I just started I started like 1 second of this episode and it said terrorist attack on the city. Not terrorist. It was the professor man whose name I have never dedicated to my memory. Revealing himself to basically be the madman mastermind of kind of everything that's gone terribly, terribly wrong. Kagari died. Mayushii and Suzuha are in the time machine jumping to the past, but got missiled at the last second, and so who knows if they're going to land where they want to. Okarin, Maho, and Daru are just kind of chilling. Well, they're not chilling. They're back at the lab with the incomplete time, the time memory jumper. Incomplete time memory jumper. Professor Guy gave in his entire monologue and then got punched a bunch by Suzuha, and it presumably is now fine, because she didn't finish him off, and then a bunch of freaking dudes appeared with guns. So I mean, it's just, I don't know where we're going. I don't know what's about to happen. I could see us following either Maho, and like Okarin as they try to like get the time go back in time thing up and running so that they can go try to fix what happened. Or us following Mayushii and Suzuha, because they could be going anywhere. And honestly, like, with Mayushii being gone, I mean, she's not dead, but she's gone, that kind of, like, defeats a lot of what's kept Okarin going, because, you know, his entire thing is, like, we sacrificed Maki-sei for Mayushii, so if Mayushii's not here anymore... Did I say Maho? I meant Mayushii, I don't know what I said. If Mayushii's not here anymore, then it's kind of a waste anyways, so we'll probably be seeing him, like, just going off again, and by going off I mean like actually nose to the grindstone, making things happen. I could see him working with Maho and Daru despite all the past disagreements they've been having. Kagari's dead, I mentioned that. Maho's Mahoing it up. I feel like we didn't really get much of Maho and the professor talking. I mean, there were a few lines of like, how dare you, and he was like, haha, you've been deceived, but I don't know, I feel like they could have. Maybe I just am misremembering, but there's some interesting, potentially interesting stuff there, because Maho has betrayed the most out of anyone because, you know, it was her professor man that she's been chill with the entire time. The female professors, I'm assuming still dead because one of the motorcycle women are dead. I'm also kind of surprised that Kagari's brainwashing, where she kind of broke out of she didn't really break out of it because she was still talking about the voice of God as she was dying, but she broke out of it enough to help Mayushii and fight back against the people that did brainwash her in her last moments there. Though honestly, with the whole Derpa / Stratfor thing, I don't know who she was shooting at. She was shooting at people though that weren't Mayushii, so that was good. But she kind of did that on her own, so props to her, you know, for caring about Mayushii so much. We also have the whole like future Daru Operation Arclight thing going on, so I'm still thinking we're kind of good because future Daru sent the message to Suzuha that got that caused this chain reaction. So I don't know. Though maybe it was just bad timing. But I don't know. It's some interesting stuff. I'm curious to see which story we'll be following. Maybe both. Maybe not neither. It got to be the one of the two, right? But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for last episode. Episode 18. On to the episode 19. That's where we're at. I do have a Dr. Pepper cream soda, bro. These are so good, man. So yeah, I'll be drinking that. But yeah, let's just jump into this episode, see what happens. Let me move my mic closer, because honestly, it was kind of far away. There we go. All right. Let's get this going in 3, 2, 1. I messed it up. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Sorry if you went on the first one there. Yeah, terrorist attacks. They were talking about terrorism, which a missile did strike the building. Oh, man. It's actually just turning into a war zone, huh? Yeah, that's not good. They did mention that Mr. Professor did mention that, like, everything was about to go horribly, horribly wrong, and he was going to yoink the time machine. But then Suzuha, you know. No, then, freaking Kagari grabbed his ankle, opened it up, Suzuha, bing, bing. And by bing bing, did she shoot the gun out of his hand? I don't know. She got on him, that's all that matters. She fixed it up. Because Suzuha's got the highest attack power out of everyone. Actually, Kagari does. Brainwashed Kagari's power level might be higher, if I'm being really honest. She was making moves. If she didn't have all the like Mayushii trauma, or like that was kind of like getting in the way, I think she would be the strongest. But she lacks a clear head, you know? Are we gonna see the female professor? They never even revealed that the female professor was the evil one yet. I mean, they've clued it in so much that it's just true, but... Sorry, that's the best part of the song. But like, they haven't like revealed it, so... I could see a time loop happening. I could see us jumping back in time and reliving that. Which was like the entire bread and butter of freaking season 1. So it's, I would like to see some more of that. That's the fun part. That was the best part, is doing it over and over again. That was so good. It's like Groundhog Day. Such a good movie. Or Edge of Tomorrow. Bro, that movie's fire. I probably even talked about that in season 1 Steins Gate, you know. Also, Yuki. Yuki exists. Can we get Ferris? I want to see Ferris. Okay, no. Focus up. Yep. World War III. You reap what you sow. Yes. It got hit. Because he picked up like a piece of it. But it also did teleport in the past. Because it wasn't like... How much can we... Yeah, we might still have time. That's what I'm saying. Finish it! We're on a 48-hour crunch time. She's stumped. She ain't no Maki-say. You were so confident a little while ago. I mean, I get it. This with the time pressure. Plus, like, it's not like all those problems just magically went away. What do you... Okay, well now we got to... What, we're just supposed to not try? Well, no, it's different now. It's... bro, it's different now. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, he's got good reason for being upset. I'm not mad at him. It's just, it's different now. We gotta work on it right now. Let's get Ferris to call some Uber Eats. All right, let's get some McDonald's. That's what I'm saying. Don't argue. Let's put our heads together. Yeah, that's true. If Okarin actually puts his head in the game. What? Oh no, yeah, screw doing it on your own. We gotta work together. She really slapped herself. Good move. Yeah, screw my inferiority complex. Let's actually make some moves. Okarin, get your head in the game. No time for arguing. Yes, sir. Oh, you can send a D-mail. Could you? You have phone microwaves up and running, right? Yeah, we can. Yup. That's what dude, Okarin's finally in the game. Because now he's got no choice. Will the phone microwave temporary name work? That's so funny. Yeah, Okarin's literally got all the hacks already. He's literally done this like dozens of times. He's like, okay, and I'm done. I'm leaving. I gotta go talk to frickin' Moeka. I call my girl Moeka real quick. BRB. But let's get it done. Let's get it done. What? What do you want? Mr. Brown. It's happening, bro. It's all going wrong. He's taking it upon himself. Oh, what's up, what's her name? Nei? Yeah, I got it! Nei-chan. Wait, Chan. I don't know if there's a Chan there. I don't know how language works. Okay, Okarin, I'm gonna be honest, though. Yeah, I was about to say, you knew this was coming. Like... He's sneaking in? Did they really just montage him sneaking into the same location? Wow, he is an actual ninja. Spy criminal. Yeah. They did get sent to the past. Careful, I'm about to sneeze. Favors is here! Oh, my heart. She bought Uber Eats? Wait, why are you here? Wait, that's what I'm saying! Yes, get them Uber Eats. Holy crap. How did that actually happen? That's right, Favors. Ruka's here for emotional support. Favors is here for refreshments. Moeka's a criminal on the rooftop. Black suit. You're making rice balls? She's got a coffee! You want cream with that? Yeah, I'd love cream with that. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you feel it now, Okarin? People actually caring about each other and doing stuff. Having something to work towards. Yeah, that's been the like, it's such a tough thing because, like, Okarin has good reason not to ever do anything. I've talked about this for, like, dozens of minutes. So, like, I don't know if I'm really trying to rehash. But, like, he's got the authority. But the risk of World War III is so large that it doesn't matter. And you just got to try. You just got to take it upon yourself. And you don't even care. You just got to tighten up. That's just what it is. But it can only... I only want to hear it from Okarin because he's the only one that can actually, like, say that. I mean, Daru, Maho, they have no idea. I mean, they have a small idea. They have a very small idea. Sorry, bro. This Dr. Pepper's got me popping like a airbag. And then we were forced into using it when when we almost got shot to death. You're worried you screwed it up? Yes, from AI Makise. I gotta fuel myself. Favors brought me this before I started recording. How did she get on that channel, man? She really hacked her way in as an AI. I respect it. Huh? What? How did you get in my phone? Huh? Daru. Okay, Daru counterhacked. Good move. Wait, you were listening on my phone? Where I didn't have the app open. It's like Siri, man. They're always listening. They're listening to my phone in my pocket, listening to me right now. Get out of here. It's gone. Now it's not listening. Well, it's listening. It's just farther away now. What's up, Makise? M-A-I Kise. I love how his background is like Dairy Queen. It's like Ferris's thing. He did it. We did it. CERN. LHC. I don't know what that said. What's it? You know what I'm talking about. Look at that. Actually bring the squad together. We can do great things. Because we got Okarin Time Hacks, Daru Super Hacker, off-brand Makise, AI, otherwise known as Maho. Sorry, she's off-brand Makise. It is what it is. Wow, her hair looks red there. He's actually saying like Makise in Maho. That's crazy. Yeah, it's Maho. That's crazy. Yeah, wow, that was actually sick. Alright, that was a nice 40-hour binge work. Good thing we had our coffees, our Dr. Peppers. Who's going back? Probably Okarin, right? Yep. Because why wouldn't it be Okarin? Yep, but Mayushii ain't saved right now. We gotta go fix that. True. Same time, though, nobody's saved because World War III's coming. So it was kind of flawed by the start. But you know what? He was doing it out of emotions. I can understand. Man, can we, like, plug someone else in? What if you could jump 2 people back? Alright, Favors, come on. Imagine Okarin has to choose someone to go with him and he chooses Favors. That'd be such a waste. What's she gonna do? He's kind of sounding crazy again. You hear him? The tireless work of my comrades. True, she was the alert. You're not just a system. Thanks, girl. AI Makise Karisu. Lab number, what are we, 7 or something? I don't freaking know. 10, 11, 32. Yeah, Okarin. Now he's not gonna give up. Understandable. And Kagari. Maho, you're a real one. I appreciate Maho so much. This is a great episode. I love this episode. Leap! Oh, it's so good. It feels so good to finally do that again. Oh my goodness. Is that the end of the episode? Probably not. Oh yeah, I'm looking at my little timer. I haven't been recording that long. Oh, he's on the train. Okay. Wait. What? Is that bad? No, we're good. Okay. How are we gonna fix this? I'm from the future. He's gotta convince him. He's gotta convince Maho that he's evil. I'm from the future. I'm from the future! Yup, it got bad enough. I had to do it. I had to do it, bro! That's so sick. I helped you finish it because I'm a genius. Alright, let's go. Oh, that'd be so scary. Yeah, let's make it happen. Yeah. I'm gonna go catch him. Yes! You think I'm saying this for fun? Let's make it happen. How's your phone service? That's what I thought. Yeah, and remember, it was super specific when Future Daru sent the oh, it was him in the white coat running the throwback. This is great. This is like the best part of the original Steins game. All the fun jumping back in time and like All this stuff he's talking about, bro, I missed this. Where the world enjoys to rub in the guilt of my unspeakable sin. Actual Giga Chad. This is where he got shot by Suzuha last time. We're doing this again. They're coming! They're coming! Strat 4 pulls up. Yeah, Suzuha. True, because that's what you did. Oh, gotcha. You actually did shoot me. That's true. I mean, yeah. Wait. Man, Mayushii looks so much younger. She wants to fix her mistake, what she views as her mistake. Yeah, I gotta say, I gotta vote in this table, bro. Does that make you feel, Okarin? Yeah. 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 That's my girl right there. Though we still haven't. I wonder what happened to that Mayushii and that Suzuha. From that got shot at? Dang. How are you? No, this isn't Kagari. This is the evil woman. So I guess she was around? Yeah, okay, so this is Evil Professor. Holy crap, she's got moves. She was around and she was watching when everything happened. Yeah, there's her reveal. Oh, nice shot. Yes, dude, Okarin's getting physical. Choke him out, choke him out, choke her out, choke her out. Have fun in the future. Send it. Yes! Oh, dude. Mayuri plot relevance in the best form. Make it happen. We're good. We're good? We're the opposite of good. Wait, did those 3 bullets do something? Oh, Kagari just killed her. She just shot her in the dome! Wait, Alaskinen? Wait, is she Derpa and he's Stratfor? Is that what you're saying? We're good though, right? I don't think those 3 bullets did anything. No shot, it happens again. Bro, they replayed the scene. Okay, find a chunk of the rubble. Oh, dude. Wait, okay. Okay, so now he's just in another loop trying to figure this out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And he doesn't think that there's a way out of a convergence yet, because that's the entire Steins Gate thing. What? The graze in his leg? Him getting shot in the leg's a convergence too, maybe? Oh shoot, because Suzuha didn't shoot him in the leg that time, but he still got a cut on it. He dedicated, though. He had a couple years to deal with the trauma. All he had to see was Mayushii get hoed. Then that convinced him to do it. Which makes sense. Because that's the entire reason that he's honoring Makisei's sacrifice, you know? Aww. Every version of me is on your side, bro. That's wholesome. How are we gonna get out of this? Because, like, I don't know, man. Leave! Dude. How are we gonna get out of this? That was crazy. Is there an end credit scene? Oh, I gotta check if there's an end credit scene last episode. I think I didn't look that last time. Oh, is there one? There's 15 seconds left. I'm gonna just let this play. Oh wait, that was crazy. That little ending was crazy. Huh? Excuse me. That's not good. Why does it break? Dude. Wait, okay, so I got no idea what's going on here. Wow, that's kind of spicy. Okay, let me look at last episode, make sure I didn't miss your end credit scene here. Oh, no, I didn't miss the end credit scene because this was her saying, I want to make my Hikoboshi, which I did see. Is this 17? Oh, no, this is the movie Akira, which I haven't even watched yet, but I downloaded. Fun fact. Why did it crack? It might crack because we got freaking 2 versions of Mayushii Suzuha. We're going to have, like, infinite Mayushis and Suzuhas. Well, but we're jumping in the past. So it's erasing that happened, right? It's not like that line continues. It's because we stopped it by jumping backwards. So that little 2-day chunk doesn't happen. Right? Man, okay, so the problem is if we try to get to the time machine, I mean, literally, if you just run up, say, what if you just walk up, say, I'm fine with it, get in the machine, go, right now. Like, are they still gonna, you're telling me Leskinen is gonna have the chopper that fast? I mean, I guess. It's the convergence. So, it's just crazy because there's so much time that passed in the first time we saw it. The second time, though, it was literally like a 10th of the time. And we still got the missile. That's just how convergence works, though, you know? It just kind of is what it is. Man, is it nice to see Okarin finally, like, being down to clown again. Holy crap. Because I've always been on my boy Okarin's side, you know? I don't think he's really ever had that bad of a point other than just, like, it's... I value it differently because with World War III on the horizon, whatever it takes, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's the only thing I would say he misvalued, but otherwise, I'm with him. He's the man. I really like that little bit they did with Maho, looking like Karisu. Good stuff right there. Like, she reminded Okarin of her. That's really wholesome. I think it's so funny that Ferris actually Uber Eats them refreshments, dude. What is that? Wait, what was the point of talking to Mr. Braun? Not a point. There wasn't a point. It was just let's talk about let's get some of the side characters in this hoe. Okay. What resources do we have? We have AI Makisei. We have Maho, we have Daru, we have Okarin. We have a convergence point where the machine gets destroyed mid-teleport. So what they gotta do is either fake it. Right, we know faking it works. I don't know how they would fake this because faking the missile explosion to blow something else up, it would be really difficult. You either gotta fake it or, I don't know. I don't even know what else you could do. Because faking is like all that works. Or you could demail in the past far enough that you jump world lines so that's no longer a convergence point, but Okarin's not going to do that because he's trying to protect this world line because this is the one that Makisei died for. So he's running into another convergence brick wall over and over, just because the line that Makise that sacrificed herself for is no longer fitting for her sacrifice, right? She sacrificed herself for Mayushii. Mayushii's gone. So, I mean, it's just another dead end. This entire world line is a dead end, which is good that it's a dead end, because even if this wasn't a dead end for Okarin, like, it's still going to end terribly. So at least this is something that gets him onto the main line again, onto Steins Gate again, you know? Which is crazy. This is like an entire, like, web. It feels like all of this is just fate to get him to Steins Gate. But the crazy thing is, if I said that, I don't even think that's real, because I think it's all just it's just all his delusions, you know? That's like the fun part about it, is like his own delusions. Like, Steins Gate doesn't mean anything. It's just what he started calling it because he's crazy. That's what's so great about it. It's like such a funny way to twist it. There was a little interesting spot here where Professor Leskinen shoots Professor Race in the head, straight savage, and says, "Oh, Derpa's here." So you tell me she's Derpa, and the two of them were both like part of the same. Oh wait, no, I screwed that up. Kagari shows up. She gets shot in the head by Leskinen. Says Derpa. This was crazy. That was a crazy shot of her dead, by the way. So she was part of Derpa. He was part of Stratfor. I thought they'd be part of the same team, because they both came from the same college. And they're both professors, and they were walking around together. They were enemy teams. That was like Red Spy and Blue Spy going out to lunch from Team Fortress 2. That's kind of crazy to me. Didn't see that coming, because I just didn't. I don't know. You would assume they'd be part of the same team, but apparently not. Unless I'm misinterpreting that. But he literally shoots her and says, "Derpa, hurry up, call in the chopper." Blah, 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 blah. And who was shooting at the door? Was that Kagari? Yeah, Kagari. Kagari, why are you shooting at the time machine? We just gotta, you know what we gotta do? We gotta figure out where they're hiding. Okarin's gotta pull up and just look around to find, because she's just around the corner, right? Just turn the corner with a knife and go, dink! And then go over to Kagari and say, "Your mother wants to, come see your mom," or something. I don't know. That's not gonna work, because it's a convergence point. We gotta fake it somehow. I mean, it is dependent on who sees it, right? Because if Okarin sees... we went back in time and we made past Okarin see Makise's corpse. Fake corpse. So is it dependent on Okarin seeing it, or is it just dependent on everyone interpreting it that way in that moment, you know? Because it might be a matter, like, whose perspective is it specifically is kind of a question. I mean, at least Okarin, most likely, because reading Steiner plus main character plus build different. But it could be everyone. And I say this because maybe, I mean, it's the missile, like, it could be like a Schrodinger's missile, right? The missile lands and he has to not see it land. And then assume that it gets destroyed, but actually it slipped out. I mean, that could be something, but that's kind of wonky. I don't know. I'm kind of curious how they're gonna figure this one out. Because all we really got is deception, but they haven't cracked the code yet. But hey, that's something that he's gonna be figuring out as he's leaping again, which is actually amazing because we haven't seen him. Dude, it's just a callback. It's just a callback in the best kind of way, because this is like the juice of the story. Like the way they do the time stuff, the plot itself, the leaping, the D-mails, the blah, 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 blah. That's the strength of the story. The characters are good. Specifically, Okarin's really good. And like the side characters are like good enough, right? You know, I love my girls freaking Favoris, you know? And like Makise and Okarin's relationship, Okarin and Mayushii, blah, blah, blah. But I think the real gold of the story is obviously in the time shenanigans and how it mixes in with the plot and how it's very elegant and it's very interesting. That's what got me going for season 1. I call it season 1. I hope you understand this. Season 1 obviously is me referring to Steins Gate. When this is Steins Gate 0, I'm just kind of calling this season 2. But it's the elegant time knot and the fighting against fate and all those things kind of tied into the characters' delusions, all that stuff. That's the gold of it. And so we're finally getting into that again. Oh, the brainwashing stuff. I don't really care about brainwashing. If I'm being honest, it's brainwashing. I mean, we didn't even really explore the brainwashing much. We just kind of saw it happened, and then Kagari. We didn't see her ever break out of it or whatever. It was just kind of, it was just kind of a thing that's there. I don't really care. Give me time stuff. But yeah, they've been doing that a lot this episode. This episode was probably the first. Maybe the last episode was actually the first in a while that it was like really juicy. Last episode was good. It just Professor Leskinen's freaking talk. Little monologue. It's like, oh, okay, dude, you're gonna monologue to me. You're the mad scientist. This episode where we like bounced back off of last episode being terrible was like, that's where I'm at. That's what we're looking for. It reminded me of like last episode was like Mayushii getting shot in the head. Where it's crazy. Though the Mayushii getting shot in the head was way better. Mayushii getting shot in the head was crazy. That was a great like twist. But this last one was more that, and then the next episode of like, let's deal with that problem we have. Dealing with the problem, I think, is where the show excels really. I deleted episode 17 for space. What was episode 17? Episode 17 was everyone arguing, I think, right? That was good as well. That was honestly just intense and made me kind of like scared because I don't like they're friends, and to see them get mad at each other, it's like, oh, it's like I'm watching my own friends argue. I don't want to see that. I mean, I do because it's juicy, but that's not where I feel like the gold of the story is. It's more episode 19. So yeah, honestly, on to the next episode 20. I'm curious how they're gonna get out of this Operation Arclight kind of situation. We might just Mayushii and Suzuha did teleport, so maybe just letting their teleport going through and trusting in it, that could be an option as well. But I don't see a case where Okarin's gonna do that, because if he sees the time machine get even partially destroyed, I don't see him, going back and trying to, and I don't see him just trusting that it ended up working. That just sounds like giving up. So maybe we could see something like that. Maybe demailing into the past to change the convergence point could be a thing. Or somehow faking the situation that we think it got destroyed, but we know it actually didn't get destroyed. I guess that could be a thing, but I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Honestly, on to the next episode, episode 20 of Steins Case here. Until then, if you like the video, like the video, subscribe new, blah, 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 YouTube. You already know how it goes. But yeah, on to the next episode. That's all I got for tonight. Peace.